Hey folks, welcome to another DevStream VOD archive. Before getting into it, I wanted to call out that the game is now playable. There's a link in the description, so please check it out and let me know what you think. And please consider liking this video and leaving a comment, because it really helps with the algorithm. Thanks. Alright, I think everything looks fine streaming wise. So, last time, I guess I should start with, I put out a playable version like 3 weeks ago now, uh, where I was on vacation for the first 2 weeks and accumulated a bunch of feedback. And I would say feedback sort of fell into two categories, where the biggest note was optimization. People on certain computers were seeing like pretty significant spikes in performance. And the other thing was just around player controller stuff, where it needed to be tightened up a bit. There's a bit too much going on, too many enemies. Also, the parry attack like pretty rarely works counterintuitive. So yeah, last time on stream worked on optimization. And got started on that, and I continue that through the week. I think I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna check the before and after before I update just to be sure. But I think it was something like on my secondary laptop that I was testing on, because it was hitting more perf problems than my main dev computer. I was seeing I think 30, 35 frames per second, sometimes 25. And just working through the profiler, I think even if you set the quality to very high, you're still getting something around like 40, 45 frames per second on that laptop. And if you set the quality to very low, I think you get like 90 frames per second. Yeah, so I guess I also worked on quality settings last week. Through the week, I expanded them a bit. Instead of being 3 options, now it's a slider where it's like 5 total options. So you can see I switched to very high. It gets a lot smoother. The vine is bendier. Those chickens in the light are glowier. It's also just multi-sampling at a higher rate, so the blooms from the glow and stuff look smoother. Everything looks smoother. But it can go down to there's a bug where it's not being persisted. That's a good thing I found that. Quality setting not correctly persisting between levels. So is this even on medium right now? It might just be that the UI is wrong. Hard to tell. Anyway, it can go down to very low, where even it's like rendering at half resolution. But yeah, we're seeing, and like it even almost turns. It doesn't turn off glow completely, but it definitely mutes the glow a lot. And I bet on lower resolutions you'd probably see some flickering. But this should be like ultra performant. And that is what I was seeing on my laptop as well. So I'm still gonna do some more stuff with that. It's definitely not in a final state, but definitely a good start. I think probably even this week before I put out the next version, I probably will do a little bit more optimization stuff. But and I think what I already have should be a pretty good first step to significantly reduce the performance for a ton of people who are experiencing problems, especially if they put it on like low or very low. so that's cool. Because that was just the #1 note I got. Anyway, today I'm mostly looking at the gameplay half of stuff. Where I'm gonna start with just trying to do like a serious beginning to end playthrough. Trying to win, trying to get to the very end. So I can see any problems. I already started on some of the idea, like represented by that feedback, where I made these chickens bigger, so they're more noticeable, but slower, so they're less dangerous, and fewer of them. It's definitely easy to get hit if you're being careless. And maybe if you're like going for everything. But I think at this point... oh god, I almost died. Well, no, actually I got plenty of buffer there. For the most part, I think if you're being careful, you should be able to not get hit. I'm just like collecting money. Living dangerously. We got time before the thorn wall becomes a problem. You can see these rats might even be too slow. I don't know. I also want the rat. Oh, I'm dead. I wasn't paying attention. Whoops. All right, we'll restart. I was gonna say I also want the rat burrow and the burrower to telegraph better that something is about to happen. Technically, the rats, like the first few frames of the rats don't have collision enabled. So if a rat spawns right on you, you do have like half a second or something to not get hit. But it just would feel a lot more fair if like there were like a progress bar basically. I might just do, you see how there's like a brown oh whoops, I had my mouse on the wrong thing. A brown semicircle here. That maybe we could just like glow or fill up so that it's about to be full when a rat is about to spawn. Alright, 89, pretty good. We're paying close attention. Almost got again. Full health, don't even need any candy. And it should be easier to pick up new money from now on, because it should be falling slower, and it's got like a dampening effect from that item we got. Alright. Doing pretty well, doing pretty well. Still haven't got hit. And maybe... Ooh, that time I got hit right away, it felt like. So that's an example of where maybe the blue rats don't have the same delay. But either way, it just needs to be telegraphed. Got the interest generating item. So the hope here is we just go as slow as we can, get every little bit, beat the next boss, and then like the shop in the woods, we should be able to buy a bunch of stuff. Oh my god, can't believe I said that. I saw it coming down, I watched it come up and down and hit me. Those bullets should also be bigger. Let me make some actual notes, or I risk forgetting these things. Rat burrow, telegraph. I guess just to say spawn telegraph. Burrower, shoot telegraph, and larger burrower bullets. Oh, there's that dash bug I also hope to fix today. Sometimes if you're too close to the thing, the dash doesn't count. I'm not sure why. I think it might have to do with like an interaction between the physical collider versus the like the dash attack collider trigger. Oh no! Oh, I'm so dumb. I have that entire like bar right there eating up so much of the screen and I just like don't look at it. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe like the camera offset needs to be adjusted. Yeah, I'm gonna make a note of that. Offset camera to show more below thorns when thorns are close. Oh, see, there's dash bug again. Doesn't feel correct. Alright, 85, pretty good. Oh, I should have got the healing tonic. That would have guaranteed I win. Although, healing tonic doesn't protect you from the thorn wall. I feel like the fact that I can, ooh. Oh wait, no, yeah, I was at 10. I feel like the fact I can get 9 or 10 health, might mean I moved it too much in the easy direction. Yeah, I don't know. When, I'll have to see when a dash attack is added. Or a jump attack, I mean. Whether or not it feels like, you can add more enemies. Oh, this stuff is good. See, that's like almost a fluke. I should pick a ball. That's fine. I could do either boss, I guess. Uh-oh, what happened? This is dumb audio stuff. That's just results of being lazy in a local build and not actually representative of a real build problem. Ah, that should have been stopped. Not sure I'm getting hit there. It could either be like a low spike or I forgot to watch his eyes. I forgot I put that in. Ugh, I'm not supposed to be getting hit there. Am I even hitting him? Does it even count? I think that just might be more extension of the dash buff. That is too unsafe. I did hit him there, but... Oh man, am I gonna fucking die? God damn it. Alright. Yeah, but that... felt pretty unfair. Dash bonk is supposed to be blocking those sort of, dash, situations where you get hit, even, when you deal damage. So hopefully that'll be fixed. It might just be a burrower, like, adjustment of the location of where his back bullets are. We're gonna use that for telegraphing as well. Things really need death animations. That's what make killing stuff feel a lot better. We got the magnet for better sucking in money. You can see it's not really a subtle effect anymore. It really goes straight to you. Even that, like, it rolled over the hill above me. Alright, good first one. You got one of the best items. You only lost 1 health. I guess it doesn't matter if you only lose 1 health. If, like, you lose all your health points in a boss fight. Because the bosses are overtuned. I mean, I don't even know if the burrower's overtuned necessarily. That was just broken behavior. Those dashes should not have been hitting me. I don't think any of this is worth it, other than just healing. Alright, we're back to 10. We think I need to find 40 to be able to... We'll pick the rat just to spread out who we're hitting. Oh no! Almost got hit there. Aw. We haven't done the same treatment yet for the rat boss, or the burrower, I guess. Where just, we want to make it like less stuff going on. Bigger rats, but fewer rats. And that also, like, it makes it does a couple things. It makes things visually easier to process. It has inherent optimization benefits if there are just fewer entities running around. And also it just brings the difficulty closer to what I wanted to be for the beginning. But I think I want to add the jump attack first, so that I can, when I'm like just doing my own playthroughs, to like gauge how things get retuned. I have like a oh my god, and I get distracted, doing very poorly here. I was gonna say, I have a representative character controller. You know, I'm basically, if there eventually is a double jump attack. Oh my god, bad luck. I still made it though. If there eventually is a double jump attack, then I'm basically like doing a challenge mode right now where the double jump is disabled. Alright, we made it to the woods, but the woods also have not been adjusted for like the faster and bigger but fewer, or slower, I mean. There's still going to be tons of mosquitoes around. And this can probably, I just want to get to the shop so I can not die. And keep this run alive. Especially if I can get a healing item. Where's the shop though? Oh no, bees! Alright, we're good, we're good. There's the shop. Oh, at the very end. And I don't even have enough money. If I go down there, I need to... Oh, this is where the bees are. The bees is another thing that like really needs a telegraph. Like 60 something. Oh no, they're just down there. Something weird where they get like, oh no! They get like stuck down there. How much do I need? 63? Let's kill this mosquito. Oh no! Mushroom almost got me. Oh crap. Alright, good. Got the healing active item. Now we just need to find a safe-ish spot and chill for a second. Oh, some spiders got stuck. So annoying. I wonder if I'll ever be able to fix that for good. Bee. Fuck with me, bee. Oh, dang. Alright, well, enough to heal one. I think we can make it, though. This is by far the most overpowered item in the game. Just take it slow and safe and heal it every opportunity. That guy should not go down right away. It's too hard to kill. My shooter goes down too fast. Basically no vulnerability window. And I think I also want one where burrower rocks / mush should go dark when their thing dies, assuming it doesn't respawn. That's another version of telegraphing, basically. Like, I would be telegraphing to you, hey, usually these flat mushroom bordered areas mean a dude is gonna be popping in and out at you, but if you kill it, like I'll check it off for you. Like, this is no longer an important place you need to look. Ah, bees. Oh, I've been forgetting to heal. Alright, we need to clear out enemies in this area to get enough money to eat a cookie and also be healing while we're here. Oh no. It's only... Oh, God. Can at least get the cookie and go on to... Oh, this is woods too. Oh, that was a bad jump. We will not have enough money to pick the boss. We can heal ourselves. Oh, this end bit is so rough. This is... That's always... These like double mushroom or like triple mushroom platforms at the end of woods too. Pretty rough. Oh, what the heck? My background. Background. Oh wait, I gotta pause or I'm gonna die immediately. Alright. I'm still probably gonna die. Background too short for woods 2. The levels aren't of uniform length anymore. So Woods 2 is just the tallest level, and I'm guessing like the background isn't growing, it's just being set to some like expected max value that turned out to not be tall enough. I think I got this. Spider, not that bad. Plus the healing item. I really feel the lack of sound for that healing item. I gotta get to that soon, but you know, there's 100 things I gotta get to soon. Stuck between a rock and a hard place there. I know it's gonna sound like a lie, but I did actually jump into that on purpose because I felt like I was making so many close call dodges that I was wondering if... Oh wait, I am! Oh, I guess I was just getting really lucky with that rat block item. I totally forgot I had that. This end is rough. But only one more? Did it! Get to see the windscreen. Alright, good playthrough, I think. Collected some problems. Trying to remember. Goes 95 window. Shh. Too short for what's two. Alright, yeah, I think that's good enough to get into some of this stuff. I'm gonna move this enemy difficulty thing down just because I want to do it after I add the thing, the new thing. Let me just switch this to something. So, first thing, I just want to adjust some of the parameters of the player controller to make it feel a bit just like tighter, I guess, less loosey. I guess let me see if I can find a good example of it. I think it happens less on controller, but see, just this little slide, it's no good. Should stop almost instantly, more almost instantly. And I think it's extra bad in the shop for some reason. Yeah, see, people just don't, people feel like that slide is bad. It's too much. So that's just the friction, I believe. On this player body, just give him like a, he has no friction. I guess there's also script controlled friction we can take a look at. But let's see if it makes it feel weird or bad to just give him a small amount of linear drag. And then let's see if we find his movement. Here it is. Apply stop friction. I guess we just increase these numbers and see if that feels better. I don't know, it doesn't, I was worried it might feel sluggish, but it doesn't really. Oh, wasn't my problem I didn't want the player pushing up against walls? I guess it looks fine, doesn't seem like it happened. If you had too much friction, you could like push up against walls. What am I even testing? I guess I'm testing that it doesn't, the little amount of friction I added doesn't make it feel sluggish, but we're still seeing that like stop glide. So what if we do some more significant here and more significant here? I don't know if this is really going to be anything other than like messing with stuff. The other thing to check is here, are we using time.delta time anywhere? Because it should be fixed. Or like happening in fixed update maybe. Because one thing I noticed when I was doing like the performance checks and stuff is that the controls got a lot floatier. When you started lagging. So I think there's, it still feels, I don't feel any more constrained than before, I don't think. Especially when everything's kind of moving slower. I think it's tighter. I mean, like, fundamentally, that's friction is gonna be the thing that does that. I guess I can give him a tiny amount of movement speed to compensate. It's at 9.5, give him like a 9.8. But yeah, let's take a look at this. Instead of on late update, should be on like fixed update. Or is there any way we make, how do you do on fixed update? Is there no way? What is the, oh, just fixed update, okay. Let me look at this on late update, because it seems like, I don't see. Alright, I think all we gotta do is change this. So you're not paused and you're active, you're not paused and you're not dashing and you didn't move this frame. But I think we just need one more M fixed frame. It's false. No matter what happens here, if you do anything, M fixed frame is true. And then here, say it paused and fixed frame is false. So basically we apply this stop friction only on the late update of a frame where a fixed update happened. And we move our movement, like our main movement code, from update to fixed update, which the hope here is this should now, still feels kind of floaty. Well, no, I'm not so sure about that. Definitely stop sooner. And this is hard to test just like on, you know, one computer. I'll probably have to test this like later in the week. on a different laptop. But the idea is this should now make it agnostic to lag, because it'll be that same rate on every computer regardless of how fast things are going. Where, like, especially with the stop force as an example, it's only firing when an update happens, right? And it's however much it needs to take you down to 0. So I don't think it's even like, is it even scaled by the time? No, there's no scaling by the time. So yeah, what that functionally means is the controls are gonna, you stop quicker if you're getting a high frame rate. And not just like, not like relative to the whole movement, in that the movement might take longer overall at a higher frame rate, just like even in an absolute sense. Even if we assume in both cases the movements take the exact same amount of time, we'll stop quicker. See, I'd like the rocks to basically gray out now as like just an additional symbol, like, hey, you no longer need to care about this section. Also, I think the shop light doesn't look very good. I think I need to actually like draw a cone, you know, of like a sun shaft, or like look up how to a cheap sun shaft shader. Because ever since so many people are having performance issues, now I'm a little. At first you're like, just make something cool and then like worry about optimization later. But now I'm like, worry about optimization now, where it's actually making it unplayable for certain people. Yeah, all I was checking here, I think, was that nothing felt wrong or weird from switching to fixed update. Oh, this is more just like local music crashes. And it seems like, God, what is with there's some weird thing where the screen shake is more significant in this level. I don't know why. I'm not gonna beat this guy. This guy should probably have less health. Just a little bit less, like one fewer jump than he currently has. But yeah, I think that's sufficient testing to say we have done that. We increase the friction to make those stops quicker, both the script friction and the natural physics friction. And we switched over the movement script code to be what's it called? Fixed update. Okay, so this dash bug, where sometimes dashes on bosses, and sometimes dashes on bitballs are not hitting correctly. I think the best place to test this, if it is reprobable in there, will be the sandbox. Because we can just not be bothered by anything, and, if it's easy to repro on a bitball, then we can just spawn one in. Ooh, why is this like this? Oh, I think some of the canvas assumptions got broken by a canvas optimization that I had to do. It uses like hierarchical canvases. I'm gonna say sandbox canvas structure is broken from GSM canvas optimization updates. Let's see if we can ignore that. Oh wait, no, this is from the background camera. I also switched out those cameras because all like a zillion background leaves get spawned under the background camera. And so if the background camera is a child of the main camera, then just like their local position of like hundreds and hundreds of leaves that are just like filling up the letterbox area, that is all being moved to accommodate for the change in position of its parent. So does that fix that? Oh yeah, pretty much. So the idea is, yeah, right there. That did not work. But if we do it from like here, we're all good. From here, no good. So let's take a look at our dash thing. It's just a damage other on trigger enter. And I imagine it is getting enabled or disabled as a part of the dash stuff. Yep. Enables the collider, disables your ability to jump. And makes you vulnerable while you're dashing. So let's oh, I didn't need to restart there, but is this gonna work? Oops, didn't want that. Why are you in here? Where's this level thing coming from? Because it's right in the way. Get out of there. Alright. So we expect this, yep. Just zoots ya. So let's go to... Is that just pure physics? Because of bounciness? Do you have any bounciness? Player body. No, no bounciness. Oh, whoops. Well, for starters, we gotta go back to main and all those like little player tweaks. We have to actually apply them to the player object. Right now it's only in main. Yeah, just two small things. But we want that to be in our sandbox as well. We can cross that thing off, by the way. That was from BG camera and we fixed it. Okay. So this bitball is tagged as enemy health. What just hit me? Oh, that guy is over there shooting. So yeah, I mean it's only ever so there's health and dash bonk is two different things. So I guess first question we should solve is this a dash bonk happening? Where's dash bonk? Is it this? Let's put a breakpoint here. Okay, so it is doing it. But it's basically... So I think what's happening is... No one can see it again. It's like, what is this? Why is this... I feel like I'm getting... I need to stop even faster. It seems so floaty. I should walk like a step. Maybe I just need a little bit less acceleration. Do I even have a concept of acceleration? Yeah. I don't. I guess decelerate should be like super high. Yeah, it's less, but it's still somewhat. Anyway, give me a bit ball. Right next to it. Okay, we're gonna dash bonk here, but it seems like we have not dealt any damage. Yes, we didn't do any damage. What if we say... What if we say you end dash next frame? And this needs to be way smaller. This is like 80% or whatever is why it's like crazy when you're super close. So, and you know what? I wonder if that's also just like messing up the damage calculation, that it's like throwing you way back so your damage collector doesn't even have that next frame to hit. Ugh, it's a bit ball, it's in the way there. Right, we have a break point there. Okay, so just reducing that. I mean, it did make it get less extreme, and maybe we should even continue on that path. But it didn't fix the problem of it not dealing damage. So why is that? Trying to figure where it's false. Where does the collider actually get disabled? So is that like toggle dash properties, I think is all it was? On finish dash. Okay. On dash end. I don't think this is right. I'm losing my way a little bit here. Let's go back to our dash block. Where is that? End dash calls on dash end, which has on finish dash, which disables the properties. And I think I'm wondering, can we just wonder if we just put this in the same delay case. You know, I feel like I'm being lazy here because I do want a tiny amount of time on this, but I want a different tiny amount of time for this. Disable dash collider. And wherever it's set up. Toggle collider disable delayed. Disable collider. And then rename this to be skip delays. And then this. We start the timer on the other one. And instead of this number, we have some smaller number. Half of it. How about, or it's not half, but whatever. K dash extra collider time. Okay. So now I think before we were getting thrown back, like before the collider had a chance to hit, but now there will still be like a frame or two of the collider, maybe even a bunch of frames, depending on the FPS. But I think really it only needs one frame to properly deal damage in this case. Yeah, I think we have fixed it. I was right on top of it there. Why is my camera not following me? Oh, let's fix that while we're in here. There's some, Yeah, camera bounds, I guess, that aren't right. Or it's supposed to be a follower transposer and it's not. I don't know, I have to look at the scene view with the game running. Yeah, it's just the bounds being wrong. Just a little handle. Why don't I just write in numbers? I think that's enough. We'll see in a second. Oh, I don't know why it's 187. It could be 15. But, oh, I think it's being set by something. That's fine. I don't care about that. Because it can go up, whatever. The point is you can go left and right again. Anyway. You know, while we're making little sandbox fixes, let's figure out what the deal with this is. I think I just need to go to this sandbox level prefab and move up the thing. Yeah, there we go. 60. Yeah, it's way above now, but who cares? You're not actually supposed to leave this level. Alright, that's fixed. Now, let's just do this a bunch and make sure it's like well and truly fixed. Like even... Yeah, I mean, that's a little weird, but the damage is always hitting. And also the kickback is less. I think I can push those script delays even more, because at least like what I'm experiencing, just testing, I would have significantly reduced their effectiveness by switching to fixed update frequency. Wait, what? Whatever is small. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's the opposite direction. Whatever is smaller, your current velocity or this value. And then it applies that value as impulse. Yeah, that tracks. Okay, we're getting stoppier. What if even that is too much? Eh. Alright, I think we actually got it. And that was easier than I expected it to be. I expected that to be like a prolonged thing. So, yeah, we'll call this done, and then I'll be right back, like a minute or two. Just to get water and go to the bathroom. And we'll do the new attack thing next. That's like a nice, good stopping point anyway. Alright, be right back. Alright, we're back. And so plan for next thing is we basically get rid of parry and instead make it so every second jump, like every mid-air jump, is an attack. Like it'll just do a little explosion at your feet, similar to dash. So first up, let's take a look at the parry stuff and like rename it or replace it. Also, there's like a transition wipe in here, I think. We're gonna hide that in editor so we can see. Alright. Basically, all we need to do is move this like down. Maybe make it smaller. Probably want to make it the same color as the dash, just like a magenta. Does not need a capsule collider, I don't think. It can have a circle collider. Hitting enemies, dealing 1 damage to them, sending some destruction flag, whatever. Then I guess we also need grow and shrink. Where it's gonna go from 0 to it's just what is it at currently at 1.75? Say that. And let's just have that pulse to begin with here to see what ease we might want. Let's run over here so no one bothers us. And then we just look in scene view. Oh, whoops. Okay. So, isn't there one that like goes... Yeah, one of these bouncy ones, I think. I think that's what we want, and it's an out elastic. Doesn't grow on start, and it's not going to be looping. And then let's also give it a tiny amount of time where it'll stick at its biggest thing. Okay. And then where is there like a player parry script? I'm just gonna use this. Parry is now the name for the double jump attack. So we will get rid of large amounts of this. You can hold on to the collider, but it's now a circle collider. And then also you should say parry, grow, shrink. Because just having the, I mean, it's nice to be safe, but just having the thing be 0, or the size be 0, should work. We don't need our health anymore. It's not going to make you invulnerable. And then we just get rid of this helper function that's like doing a raycast or whatever. Also ditching a raycast on every double jump, pretty cool. Probably be good. I don't know if this timer is still going to be necessary. Let's leave it for now. Don't need this health. This should be circle collider, which I expect it to just be the 0 with 1. And then we also want to get our grow gas, we'll call it. Get component in children. Grow and shrink. And then you need to save that as this. And then here, where we enable it, we say parry, grow, and shrink. If parry, we start this timer or whatever, but we also will like start or something. What is the grow and shrink interface? Nothing. Okay. It looks like it'll just... Huh? Am I actually doing anything with this looping thing? If from A to B and looping done is true. The private bool m waiting is false. Or waiting will initialize on start. If we're not growing on start, we'll say waiting is false in this case. But here we'll say waiting is equal to not looping. When we say done or pause or waiting, we exit out. And then we have a public void start cycle, I guess. We'll say I'm waiting is false. We'll say, I guess we want if waiting is false. And done is false. You can also restart with this. And let's try that. So what should happen? On every second jump, we should see circle shrunk. Huh? I think there is something wrong with our grow and shrink code. Did the opposite of what I wanted. So it doesn't have grow on start. I guess do I need to start it at 0? Let's see if that looks correct. Yeah, I think so. But it is not restarting. So let's see why that might be the case. It still thinks it's done. What do we say about done? Done should be false. But we're not waiting. So I guess this won't count. So I guess this should be if I'm waiting or I'm done. I just wanted to guard it against like multi-activation, but you know, there are two different ways we can activate. It can be restarted or the other one. Just started the first time. I feel like it's going either too quickly. It just feels like it's appearing. Alright, I have it caught in yeah, it's right there. It's too fast. It needs to be slower. It's supposed to be a half a second. What if I make it a whole second? It still just feels like it's instant. And sometimes it doesn't happen. What's going on? Oh, I think I need to not ease in. I just need to ease out. I don't know, something. Yeah, sometimes I don't get it. But I'm still getting the sound. Because that's probably on parry, so it doesn't know. Yeah, I don't think this timer serves any purpose anymore. Oh, I guess. Well, no. Where I'm hearing the sound, it shouldn't actually count, because that's not the early out. I think it's just in the. It was like the double protection of the cycle of this, because if it's a whole second, that's not it, right? It needs to be similar to this. Say this is 0.4. That means this needs to be 0.2 and 0.2. Or even less. If we have a second waiting there as well. This key wait on begin thing. Key wait on begin. Key waiting, reach an endpoint key wait. Tires less, blah, 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 blah. Done. I guess I want to put this in the else, I think. I think this is messing it up. This stays no matter what. This only in the case where you're not done. You don't key wait on the end because you're done. But that just makes it so quick. I think we just need more time here. Let's try bonking this guy. Killed him. Yeah, I mean, I think it's working pretty much, but I think it just needs a slightly more time. It just looks. So we'll put it up to .6. That gives us 0.2 more to work with, so we can put the key weight of 0.1, and I guess make this 0.25. Doing this math, that's 0.3, 0.35. We still have room for one more, so we'll do 0.2 here. I feel like I don't know. Maybe it shouldn't. The ease is like forcing it to be faster than I would like. I just think it needs more time to work with. So now at 0.8, so we can do like 0.3, 0.35, or I guess 0.3, 0.2, or no, it would be something like this, 0.2, 0.3, 0.2, I guess. And I can tell the ease in is not the thing. I think we want ease out bounce. Or ease out back. No, yeah, this isn't it. It's too fast. No, I think just we had like, maybe it's just linear or spring. What does linear look like? Maybe just the amount of time is too small for there to be an ease. But like, does the time have to be small? If half the time is going to be spent with it shrinking anyway. Yeah, I think we just need more time here, and we don't care. I mean, we'll see if it leads to gameplay problems, and then consider how to deal with that when we get there, but wait, that doesn't add up to 1.5. I accidentally hit play again. Alright. 1.3. Oh, it only goes to 1.4, but still that doesn't add up. Nah, this seems off for some reason. I don't think it's just math, I think it's just too long. Let's go back down to 0.9. Right? Yeah, that's up. I don't know, I'm fiddling with numbers here. I've fallen into the trap of fiddling with numbers. If anything, maybe the... Alright. I'll allow myself 2 more fiddles with numbers and that's it. But I wanna... Maybe the grow should be faster and the shrink should be shorter. Because the grow being fast is what it makes it feel responsive. It feels like it happened... You don't want the feeling of there being a significant delay after you jump. Oh, by the way, I saw something that only happens sometimes. But let's clean up here when you think you're done. In either case, need to make the endpoint the actual endpoint. So that is transform.mobile scale equals from A to B, and scale B, LSIM scale A. Just put it right on the actual value you actually intend. Because there were some times when it was going to like 0.001 and I could still see a tiny little collider down there. I think it's good. See if we can get away with slightly more grow time, because it does just kind of feel like it appears. But I think it's just closer to what we're looking for. And I think we can shave a little bit off the key wait time. And we'll also shrink off that so that we can just take that from the parry duration. Just feeling a little long with just like the flash thing. I guess we can also just maybe say, hey, flash a little bit less than you do everything else, right? It could just be like this. I think I want it to be like way less. Like half at this point. Because it's just like, it's not actually making you invulnerable or anything, so I don't want to be misleading. I just kind of want it to flash to remind you that it's happening. guy. Oh, yeah, we should probably spawn some guys and see what's up. So there's some rats. Say I wanted to pop, 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 pop. That didn't work. Maybe it needs to be bigger. See, that's what I don't want to happen. I kind of want to make it just like an easier, more normal thing. I don't want it to. Ooh, those guys aren't dying at all. What about you, other rats? What's going on? It might have like only fire once or something. Yeah, it doesn't seem like this is working anymore. Let's take a look at why. Yeah, I accidentally clicked only fire once. I wonder if that was on for the parry. Not important. I think it's better this way. Yeah, I think we can go a little bit bigger even. Just a little bit. Going bigger will also, you know, what's the word? Make the grow effect seem more pronounced. It just has more space to grow. I think. Alright, yeah, I mean, probably needs a different visual, and probably, I don't know, there might be further number tweaking, but like, functionally it seems to work. What do I have on my list for next? Oh, adjusting stuff. Yeah, let's, I don't know, I'm gonna say, let's tentatively call this done. And let's head into the game to... Oh, I guess, well, first we save those changes. The rest of this stuff doesn't do anything. Yeah, okay. Alright. And let's just like try a run and see... Oh, we're still in the sandbox, whoops. See how different it is. That almost, maybe it should be like more an oval. God. Yeah, definitely useful. I'm not sure. I think I might be annoyed by the sound every time. I feel like it's a sound that may be better suited for like the sometimes. Being every other jump sound. I don't know. Or at least like would probably need to be adjusted to, because you're still getting the other jump sound under it. I think I'm fine with this from a gameplay perspective, and I think this would make it perfectly fine. Ooh, I saw my dash was teal there. I don't know if that's a reliable bug. Let's see, is my dash still teal? That's just pure greed right there. Oh, that's cool. Jumping over it is maybe more effective. Plus it makes the stuff like go right into you. But maybe more dangerous. Maybe that's good. Oh, that was an unfair thing. That never would have happened if there was a telegraph. So we got faster way to combo. I think we can... I mean, I guess I got 8 health, but I think especially when the rats are telegraphing more, we can probably re-up the difficulty with this new stomp attack. Just like trying to stomp everything in sight. Yeah, see, these guys are kind of hard to hit with the stomp, but it was my intention to make these guys bigger in line with the rat changes in the main level. You know, as much as I talk a big game about, I guess like this is not changed yet, but I was about to say, as much as I talk a big game about, oh, it's so easy now that I can stomp things. Did just die there. Anyway. So, we can probably, I guess we probably just start with the meadow. I'm trying to think if it's reasonable to get, I think I should probably defer telegraphs to a later time, but we can just adjust the numbers for now. And also I had a note about parry sound. Kinda needs to be changed, or softer if gonna be every other jump. But yeah, let's just go. Let's slightly increase the rats, slightly increase the chickens. The burrowers are probably fine as they are. They just need telegraph and those projectile changes. So the rats. You want to look at the rat burrow. And there's just like a, yeah, so 3.75 here is how fast rats spawn. Let's just bump that down to say 3.4, a little bit faster. And then our chickens come from global spawn manager or something like that. Yeah, so we just, I already decreased them a bunch, but now we can probably go and re-increase some of these numbers. And see if that feels like too much. Paying attention, I feel like I should be able to get through 2 meadows without taking any damage. So let's just like try and win. We can collect money, like be greedy with the money like we probably normally would. But no just stomping on things for the sake of stomping. Oh, see, yeah, it's if you do it right after, it comes out as blue. It's interesting. It's not really a major bug, but probably something to take a look at. the... I don't know, I don't think so. Uh-oh. I definitely don't think so. I'm about to die. But I'm not so about to die that I can't get the last few things here. $98, pretty good for the first level. No hits as well. We have hit an error. That error... Dude, I have some kind of script execution order. I have no idea what the problem is. I was trying to get to the bottom of that yesterday. But basically, this progress UI here is like asking the level for how tall it is so that it can properly show the like the line progress through it. Maybe a potential fix to this would be have dash do 2 damage and jump do 1. And we could switch the bit balls to be 3 hit. I just feel like doing this is so much easier than like dash. You kind of like you have to commit to the horizontal movement or whatever. It's a little bit riskier, it feels like. I basically just don't want to set up a situation. Oh, the best item, or one of the best. Oh, and I accidentally changed my active item though. But I was saying I don't want to set up a situation where it basically never makes sense to dash. I could farm these guys all day, but I can't because of the... Oh, I got hit. That was weird. Huh. I wonder if that's related to that crash I saw. Alright. The burrower can now bonk him on the head. I'm not sure if that's a useful thing to do. And another time where I did get bonked, I should have got hit there. Nah, it looks like this new... that's so frustrating. It looks like this is not, at least for the burrower, it's not properly set up. Dude, it's like never stopping me. I don't get it. I gotta take a look at his dash bonk. Yeah, the thing we're checking here were meta levels. And meta bosses, I guess, so it should be good. Go deal with this. Alright. So yeah, I think the increase in chickens is fine, it's whatever. The increase in rat spawning is also okay. But both the rat ball, I don't know what the deal with this main level base, cannot find out how many chunks are in a level thing is. Oops, wrong thing. Let's review the burrower first, I guess, because like the rat king still basically works. The burrower, it feels like borderline broken. What's going on with that guy? So yeah, he does have this dash bonk thing that is set up as a world trigger, but I don't know, it doesn't seem to be hitting. Do I need to make it bigger? And then also we gotta figure, why is he not taking damage? It's only looking for player attack. But I think the parry should be player attack. Yeah, player attack. I guess it's not damaging enemy, but that should be, or I guess it's damaging enemy and not boss, but that should be fine. Unless we need a, oh yeah, I think we might need the tag player attack. And let's update that on the player prefab while we're thinking of it. And then let's go try and stamp on the burrower. And also see if our dash is properly getting bonked. No, it's not. Why not? What the heck? Not at all. No, not this. Is this first I want to check if is it happening, or is it happening and getting messed up, or is it not happening? Those 3 times I went up against the wall, it was happening. And that 4th time, it allegedly happened, so it's just that the force is not like properly being applied, I suppose. Let's have it tell me how much impulse it thinks it's giving me. It says -13. Okay, yeah, there. It's interesting. If we get too close, we don't get the impulse a lot of the time. Where we fixed the issue where that wasn't dealing damage. It's like that. It should have been -13. What if I this? Oh, also no. Yeah, I don't know if it's just not happening. I mean, it is happening, but it's just not moving the needle of force at all. Like the reality of where the character ends up. Yeah. And it's like -13 every time. I just like, what if I make this like way different? Is it not a question of not enough force? Now that we are eating up more force with friction? Yeah, it looks like I've sort of fixed the gameplay aspect of this dash bonk thing, but not the consistency aspect. And I think, yeah, with more force, it seems like it's properly mocking again, so it was just a matter of the physical property changes overriding force, I think. Bastard. Can bonk him on the head as well. Yeah, there's just some difference I can't figure out. Like, why in this case are we not getting any? See, if I clear the console, right, back to here, it's telling me it should be adding 23 impulse to the right and 5 up, but like, that's just not moving the character. Sometimes it is, you can see when it hits. All these cases it's not hitting, and like we only have 2 messages here. The thing and the thing that it's reporting it's happening, and the thing that reports the force, and the force is the same every time. So we need to, what is the difference where sometimes it seems like the force is actually applied and sometimes it isn't? Not sure. Even in this case, it's only in the opposite direction. I wonder. To some extent, it has to do with collisions of the body versus collisions of the... Who is saying this should happen? Okay, so it's saying... First of all, let's double check that this is the world. It is, okay. It's saying if you hit the world, you hit something, and the thing you hit is the world, or the thing you hit is tagged as dash mock, and you do it. However, what about this distance? What if we turn this up? I think it might be a matter of whether or not the physical body is hitting versus the dash collider, which can make a difference, I guess. I mean, I guess to confirm or deny, first thing that should happen is turn this like either way down or way up and see what changes. So first, a really, really small dash distance. Does it happen all the time or never? And if it doesn't make any difference, then I'm looking at the wrong knob. Okay, yeah, now it's just, that's too small. It just never actually triggers. So let's go to small, but not minuscule. It's still too little to actually get a dash block actually happening. You know what might be interesting? Let's take a look at body, the primary collider here. Look at the points. It looks like they go to 0.3 or 0.32, so about 0.62 total. But it's coming from your center, so it should really only need to be 0.3. So what if I say 0.31? This should be the lowest value that can apply. Okay, that happened. Seems like, are we in the process of it happening every time? No. And frankly, I can't even tell if it's more or less consistent. Okay, what if we make it really big? Now it's pretty much never hitting. Rarely. No, it's hitting before the... So yeah, I do think it is just you get a full physical bonk if your body actually hits the thing. But if it doesn't, like say I went Alright, that's a bad example, I guess. See, if I like run up and hit the corner, I can make sure that my body is actually hitting the thing. It doesn't matter which of these I choose. All that matters is I get the same every time, because then I can just change the impulse numbers. The problem I'm having right now is I'm getting the body hitting half the time, and I'm getting what's the word? The other, like the non-collision half the time, and it doesn't work. So new idea. What if we actually just do private on collision enter 2D, and we apply similar constraints. Get rid of these fancy, this is an optimization thing where it's like only checking. It doesn't check every frame, it checks like the distance, but that actually isn't relevant here because we're going to be checking on the moment of collision. Can we just say on the moment of collision dot collider, I guess, dot layer? How do I know the layer? Game object dot layer. Let's just check like this. Instead of dash it, we say collision, which I don't think we actually need to check. I think it'll be there every time. What about that? So now we're saying this only actually happens when your body physically hits the thing. That's when we'll apply the force. And then because it got triggered by your body hitting the thing. Oh, well, wait, we need to get rid of this basically. Or that'll be muddying the waters. So it's not like a collision might affect your physics, and this raycast might detect a wall and affect your physics. It all has to go through your collision. And that, I guess, oh, that jump was weird, but see that again? I wasn't related to that. Yeah, so now that it looks like we have this every time, which is what we wanted. But I don't think it'll work on this, yeah, because we're not colliding with that per se. It's a trigger. What if we just say we are colliding with it? What if I go to my burrower and I make this, instead of a world trigger, well, actually we can leave it world trigger, but then say it's not a trigger, it's a true collider, but and it's tagged with dash bonk. Or maybe is there like an enemy body or something I could put it on? I just need to make sure it's something that the player body collides with. Oh no, yeah, that works. It zooted me back to... Yeah, it seems like we can... Now that we have consistent behavior though, we can go ahead and turn the impulse back down, I think. And if this is all good, then like that's great, because we're reducing raycast as well. I don't even know if this is still necessary. But where? Let's come from here. So then goes there. Yeah, so let's turn this back down to like 30. I don't know why that first jump is weird sometimes. But I think we're in the realm of consistency now. But that does require that I go through and change anything I want to be dash box to be the other thing. To actually have real collision. So let me think about what that is. It's the bit ball for one. Say it not trigger anymore. And then the B boss. And then the spider boss as well. And let's just go through one by one and make sure all this is okay. So we start with the sandbox, where we can spawn in bit balls. We wanna get like right on top of them. Yeah, I think that was, I don't think that was me not getting knocked back. I think I was just like kind of stuck in the ground. I'm not sure if that's true now. That's definitely not bonking me anywhere. Is that supposed to? Console, do you think we are? It looks like the console thinks we should be bonking. Yeah, Yeah, it's weird. Now it feels like none of this is bonking. Never get. Let's see. Am I still getting the force here? Yeah. Guess not there. That's overcase. Not there either. Is this marked as world? Yeah, it must be. I wonder, is there anything I changed that might not be properly changed elsewhere? I don't think so, but let's double check. Where were we? We're on the burrow level. No, none of these things are what I'm looking for. So why is that? Why is that? I feel like in here, I'm 100%. I guess right there I hit one. If I'm right on the wall. Oh, because that's a collision stay. That's what that is. It's not a collision enter anymore. I think we can just also check for that. I guess well, my concern with this one is maybe we do need a raycast, cause you're on collision stay with the floor. You know what I mean? All the time. So it would just like instantly break your dash. I'm not. I guess something I can do to test this. I can. Do I fit in like here? Maybe. No, it's a wall, isn't it? There's no good example here. Basically, the problem is there a way to programmatically clear on collision enter versus stay? Yeah, this one doesn't have a good example, but the sandbox is a good example of this problem. Where I never stopped colliding with this, but if I jump, well, I can't. I don't have space. But if I jump and then do it, boom, we're back to our bonk. But here we've already fired on collision enter with this floor. So this wall is indistinguishable. Which you could write off as like a... You could write off as like, oh, it's only in the sandbox, but not so, right? These guys show an example of it. And Boss Arena, not the one we were just in, but in general, Boss Arena should hit that. So every time I jump, it should work. Unless I was doing that thing I was doing in the burr where we're like wall hugging and then, Yeah, I guess it's some weird delayed thing, but... I'm not sure of a good way to handle this. Because that... how we even started looking was, it was a problem with the bitball, right? And that should not be a bitball unique problem. So let's take a look at these bitballs. What's wrong here? It's tagged as an enemy, and this is tagged as dash bonk. I don't think it's a radius thing. I guess let's see. I forget if it was a case where it's not firing at all. Okay, yeah, that was supposed to bonk, it just didn't, really. I think it's the second one kind of did. See, that one didn't, though. And again, we're at a situation where there is no... So I guess maybe it was the other collision trigger in dash bonk. Like, isn't there one that's like, did you kill something? Yeah, what if we get rid of this as well? And make it the case that no, only this physical collision is the only thing that's allowed to trigger a dash bonk. There's no physical collision, doesn't count. That doesn't fix the collision stay problem, but that's fine, separate problem. Okay, yeah, that time we hit. And that time. Yeah, I think that was the issue. I don't know why I was sending kill signals every time. It's only supposed to be on damage, I thought. But, that time we just were off. Alright, yeah, I think we're good with the bit balls now. That won't work, but this should. Yep. Yeah, I don't know what the best solution is for the collision stay problem. Let me add a note about it though. Dash became more consistent by forcing every dash bonk activation, or by only allowing from collision 2D. Before, there was inconsistency based on whether or not physical body hit the edge. First, raycast only detection. Now, always physical body. Consistent behavior. However, triggering on collision enter means there are some unfortunate edge cases where you already have collided, like with the floor, and therefore will not collision enter again. Instead, it's a form of collision stay. So yeah, that's a bug for another day, but for today, let's continue on to double check the bee and the spider. Make sure they're properly bonking us. I just hit. Okay, yeah, good news there, good news there. That bonked us, didn't it? Oh my god, that was some of the worst. That we sheared over the edge. Ow. bonk there. Stop time to get an extra hit in. Nice. Nice. Alright, we're just gonna play defensive for a second to get her barrier all the way down. So we can go in for a stomp attack to make sure the stomp works. Yep. Oh, we just stomped her completely by accident, so. Stomp might be too large. I don't know. Or at least maybe it should be a box downward instead of a circle. Sometimes it feels like it's on the edge and didn't really deserve to hit. Oh, you dumb cool lady, get back here. Oh, got me right in the face. But her dash interactions are correct. That's what we were testing. That was wrong. And I think I understand the reason why, and I had forgotten about this, but this is... we're actually pushing him. Which might... I think it just might be a matter of its hierarchy of the collision settings. Like, does enemy body... with world and world no ledge grab, that's it. And this specific with enemy parenting. What if I just give it like a zillion mass? Oh, I guess, what if I give it a mass of 10 but then a gravity scale of 0.1? It should work out, but be 10 times harder to push. Nope. Doesn't care about that gravity scale, apparently. Why in the physics shouldn't that be? I guess it needs more force for horizontal movement as well. But yeah, I just need to figure some way to not have that collision, like have that collision be separately associated with the rigid body. Maybe it needs another rigid body as like a stat. What if I have a static child rigid body? Does this mess up anything? The hope here is that this would limit collider like force interactions to this rigid body instead of the child. Yeah, so that works, but it's not bonking me anymore. Is the bonk printing? No. Okay. Does it need to be kinematic? Maybe? Does static not count for events? Okay, that dash bonked me. That dealt damage. Alright, yeah, I think this is what we need. Although, it seems like I should have got him there and I did not. My jump attack. We'll have to double check that. Try again. Comes down. There's something weird about damage boosted jumps. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this is. It seems like it's new to the parry thing. That is not intended. Wait a second. Is our parry not a trigger? It is not. It should be. So yeah, what's happening is like, that's also where the super jumps are coming from. Because it's just basically like a beach ball is... Well, maybe that's not where the super jumps are coming from. What is the deal with that? I do not understand. But we want to make sure this can't push our guy anymore. This guy cannot get pushed. He only knows how to walk exactly as he's like programmed. It seems like that's been fixed, but we'll try and block his exit here. Oops, he caught me off guard. Yeah, I mean he went through that. It's fine. Probably still better to dash this guy. But can stop him if you want to. Oh, interesting. I didn't even... I guess that was like the last seconds of my dash, or my double jump collider, where it's really small. Yeah, if I fall there, it doesn't work. But also, if I can like stand on this, that's kind of weird. I guess came from the like size of the bonk, which I guess we don't need anymore as much. Spider bee. Yeah, this doesn't need to, and if it's like can physically collide with part of the player, that should be enough. Oh, sorry, my my friend messaged me on Discord. I got totally distracted. But I am probably gonna call it here. I think we removed this. We can probably do remove our debug logging. how to. We had the other note about this, but I'll just add it here as well. Yeah, there might be some other issues lingering with this dash bonk change, but I do not care. I'd rather fix though. Like there were issues in the previous status quo anyway. Like the inconsistency was a much bigger problem in my opinion. And just because I haven't, you know, well, we'll see. We'll see if this is a new can of worms. I don't expect it to be. The can of worms came from having like 3 different ways a dash could be triggered. It could be triggered with a physical collision by raycast, without a physical collision by raycast, or actually 4 ways, I guess, because you just permute it. And then it could be triggered by a dash kill that detected a dying enemy thing. Or that reminds me, let me quickly go through and see if there's anything else. I guess what does world trigger interact with? Player body. Maybe we just get rid of player body and world trigger. It's really just player attack that we want, I guess. Or no, it is player body. But I guess yeah, I guess I just need to make it more representative. We'll see if that releases the issues. Yeah, if they're, yeah, in some cases there are these like kind of big extra. Just want to eke that in. It can still be slightly bigger than the hitbox, but it can't be like a whole wall in the middle of the boss anymore, or you can stand on it, which is dumb. So cleared up the spider. How about the burrower? I think we made that burrow boss. Made it like big, right? Yeah, nah. Chill out on that. That was the wrong solution. And rat boss doesn't have that. Cool. All right, yeah. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, I just noticed that looking through my prefab here. So yeah, we can just see going through the delta here. We updated the bosses and the bitballs to have slightly different collision properties with the goal of simplifying the player dash reaction and making it more consistent. There's debug logging we can get rid of. Also in the player controller, we hopefully, even though we didn't really have a good way to test it, but we hopefully have made a way for there to be less inconsistency. What was I talking about? There's, oh, right, with regards to lag, since it's now going to try and index on that fixed update instead. We did some tuning changes where we were able to turn the chicken count back up, and able to turn the rat spawn frequency back up. Just because we added this new attack. So you can see these grow and shrink changes we made today are related to pretty much every other grow and shrink thing was looping before, so we didn't really have a good way to do one-shot grow and shrink, so we added that. And those one-shot grow and shrinks are used by the new player parry, which is completely reworked. Instead of being like a timing thing around you, it's just like a stomp attack below you. A lot clearer. What is this? This is... Oh, right, this is fixing the sometimes you didn't do damage aspect of the dash inconsistency. And then we also have these dash bonk changes here to fix the sort of variable force of the dash bonk inconsistency. We have some like just random weird sandbox fixes we ran into. And what about this main? What has become 2? What is this? I'm not sure what this is. I'm not going to commit it because I don't know what it is. These are just some player property changes, trying more sandbox fixes. Any QBZ tools that aren't links? Nope, just links. All right, so we can call this something like player, controller, and enemy tweaks, and we'll push that, and that'll be it for today. My goal would be to put out a new version, 0.2, with these controller tweaks we just did now, boss tweaks, as well as like just basically gameplay tweaks in general, as well as a round of optimizations. So those are the 2 main things, and then also tutorial update to be more representative of the main game, and also have this new information about double jump attack. So we're going to make it vertical and probably just like shorter and simpler. So yeah, end of this week, hopefully Sunday night or maybe Monday night if I'm pushing it. We'll see. You never know what bugs might appear. But yeah, one of those days we will put out a new version, and you know, hopefully folks out there of the internet can give it a try. I especially would love to hear your feedback if you wanted to give it a try before, but you just couldn't because you tried to play it and it was laggy as all hell. Hopefully that's fixed now. But there's really only one way to find out, and that is to get this new version with my fixes out to you good people of the internet. So hopefully I'll do that end of this week. Alright, that is it for me. Have a good night.